Hello and welcome to the Spaghetti Junction podcast. My name is Bruce.
My name's Gareth.
We talk about things, we just don't know where they're going to go.
Correct.
So, being the ardent music fans that Gareth and I are,
Indeed.
we are now today talking about something that we can't get away from, which is part of everyday technology in all kinds of ways. We're talking about AI, but specifically this new trend of AI music that has become actually really good in a lot of ways, and it's fooling a lot of people. I know it's fooled me a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's like, fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I got to be honest, one of the bands that I told you about fooled me twice. So shame on me.
Twice.
Yeah.
I knew it was once, but I didn't know it was twice. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
I will, hand on heart, I will admit that in public on the internet where nothing gets forgotten, that I got fooled twice by an AI band. I got catfished twice
You got catfished.
by the same girl. Yeah, so it's definitely become quite scary how, in a lot of ways, how good AI music has become. It's almost to the point where you've really got to kind of listen carefully and do some research if things don't quite sound quite right to you or whatever. Because I must say, I don't know about you, but I can't instantly pick up if something's AI yet. Like, a lot of people can go, okay, no, there's something wrong with the vocal. And I'm finding a lot of younger kids are actually more attuned to hearing if something's AI or not. I've found this is quite interesting.
Younger kids meaning like 9.
Well, yeah, just yeah,
I'm kidding.
yeah, just younger kids in general. Yeah.
Well, I mean, kids are young. So when you say younger kids, I'm like
Well,
wondering, like, are they like in primary school or maybe not
I'm
high school or?
I'm 48, so anyone up to about the age of 30 is like a younger kid compared to me.
Fair
So
enough. Fair enough.
And yeah, and it's what's quite scary is you get one particular band that we're going to talk about that reached number 1 on Spotify, and has actually released not 1 but 2 full albums, and they're garnering huge amounts of plays on Spotify, and they're actually an AI band.
Yes.
And they're called the Velvet Sundown.
And right now on Spotify, they have 1.4 million monthly listeners. And and their Dust on the Wind that will play, obviously, is nearing 2 million plays.
That's crazy. And we're going to add to that by playing the song.
People, even the fact that people know that it's AI, it's still, but I would imagine that the first album, people didn't know that they were AI.
Yeah.
And they got so many followers. I think it was only when the second album came out, that's when they were like, hey, by the way, psych.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah. So there were fake bios, all kinds of stuff. But then you can't find anything on the supposed members of the band either. Like no Instagram pages or anything like that of the individual.
They have a photo of the band that, when you think about it, it looks very AI.
Oh no, all their photos are ridiculously AI.
Yeah, you can see
I was watching Justin Hawkins, the lead singer of The Darkness.
Oh, damn, what a great person.
And he's got a podcast. I don't know if you've seen his YouTube channel.
No.
It's called Justin Hawkins Rides Again, which is fantastic.
Oh yes, I had. Yeah, he's great.
And he did a deep dive into these guys, and he did a close look at the photos, and the photos are ridiculous because AI still can't get certain things right.
It's still
like
not that level, yeah.
Hands and it's just you can AI generated photos are very obvious still.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, what's scary when we speak about AI, like when you're watching a YouTube, there'll be an ad break. Well, recently there's an ad break running here that is in the Joe Rogan podcast studio. It's Joe Rogan speaking with Elon Musk about how good this gambling app is for New Zealand. They look exactly, they
Wow.
speak exactly, and it's scary because people who may not be aware of like that wouldn't happen. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh, why would Joe Rogan and Elon Musk saying this is really good? I think you should download it and play it because you're going to make millions." People
Yeah.
are going to do it just because it's probably the first time that I've actually seen it's really close. Like, I know that they wouldn't do it. That's how I know it's not real. But
Yeah.
damn, son, if you didn't know it wasn't real, it's scary.
Yeah.
I mean, even going back to like the original AI video of Will Smith eating spaghetti, the like really big one, and to how they've done it now is just leaps and bounds to, it's crazy in music and in everything else.
Yeah, it's you're starting to see. I don't know if you get this on your YouTube feed, but on mine I get a lot of adverts regarding AI programs that will create the perfect voiceover for your advert, or you can create an entire AI generated podcast. You and I could actually train an AI algorithm to do a podcast for us. We wouldn't actually even have to get online.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. It's just, we can retire now.
Make roughly 5 or 6 people very unhappy.
Yeah. So yeah. So the question that I sort of brought to Gareth and what I was starting to listen to is just the ethics and around creating YouTube, around creating AI music, and how it's going to affect real artists. What it's going to, we're not going to get away from it. It's going to be, it's here to stay.
It's here, yeah.
But how is it going to affect the musical landscape? And we can see that it's done that already on Spotify, and we know that Spotify is generating its own AI artists. So
really?
Still a small percentage, but there are AI artists that YouTube Music and Spotify are creating.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and then they just pocket all the money from those players, basically.
There was going to be another question: is the Velvet Sundown? First of all, I don't know if people know who actually made that band. There must be somebody musically inclined who did it, and they getting, even though it's AI, I think they get a portion of the money as if it's their band. So it shows that that financially money is going somewhere for. Look, I would imagine that they had like a really good AI program. You know what I mean? It's not like anyone can sit down and make a band like that. But still, it makes you wonder if they're off. From what I understand, there is money going back to the creator of the band, and that's just for AI stuff. I mean, it's money is going to places where it shouldn't be going.
Yeah. So and what's scary is all that person or persons had to they sort of had to sort of fine tune type in certain instructions. They didn't have to play a musical instrument. They can talk. They can sort of have to sort of type in, okay, this is a subject matter for the song, generate a song, talk about the style and the sound of the band and that kind of thing. But as far as actually being very musically inclined, you actually don't have to be, which is also a very scary thing. I think you probably, I think to make it somewhat believable, you probably have a background in song subject matter, styles of music, all of that kind of thing. But
I've
as
found
far
out who this
as
person is. Sorry, carry on, and then I'm going to tell you who this person is and his background and so forth.
okay, well, that was pretty much
I know who this
pretty much it.
person is.
Oh my
I
word!
know exactly who this person is.
Well, please share with the class.
Oh, um, his name is Danny Sepko. And from what I am aware of, Danny Sepko is a musician on YouTube. He's a bassist. He's a really good bass player. And I just want to make 100% sure before. Sorry, I think you can carry on because I want to make sure that I have the right person before I go mantle over it, because I might be wrong. So you
Danny
carry on.
Sapko, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you carry on. I don't know if it's him. You carry on. I'll find it quickly.
Okay. Well, I think what we've found though is as technology has gotten even more and more advanced, with regards to creating music, it seems like the barrier to entry for creating music has actually become a lot lower. It's a lot easier to be able to create music with the technology that we have now.
Yeah, it's scary, isn't it?
And it's and in many ways it's amazing. I will never take away from that someone with a laptop can sit in their bedroom and create and realize an artistic vision without the help of anyone else.
You would think that person has to be slightly musical.
Absolutely, but you can,
inclined.
Yes, but you can still the way to you can learn so much on your own. Obviously, then the whole thing of being able to play a proper musical instrument is obviously that barrier to entry is still quite high. You need to put the hours in order to become good at playing any musical instrument.
Yeah.
But with regards to songwriting, recording, releasing your own music, if you are a singer-songwriter, then that sort of barrier to entry is so much lower because of the relative the technology that you can just have in your bedroom. Your laptop and an internet connection and some decent recording software and a couple of little bits of outboard gear, and you can create something that is uniquely you, and you can put it out in the world. You can do all that yourself, which is amazing. On the flip side, that has I'm paraphrasing a quote here.
Fire away.
So please don't crucify me. I might butcher this guy's last name. So there is a producer. His name is Nick Raskulinecz. Okay. And he was on the Sound City documentary and stuff like that. And he's a lot of involvement with a lot of different bands. And he wrote he said something that is along the lines of I've sort of put my own wording in this as well. From the inception of Pro Tools, the barrier to entry to creating music has become lower and lower, so that many people who have no business being near a musical instrument have become stars. So there are a lot of, and that's a problem, because you had, it's just, you hear some of this music and you go, how ridiculous is this? How can these people become so famous? I mean, but on the flip side, you have, so many different independent artists that understand how that they can just release their stuff to everywhere without the need of a record contract, a record label, no one taking any of their money, and they understand, and they're fully self-sufficient artists. So there's that as well. The problem now with AI is that it's lowered that barrier to entry even lower, so that you don't even have to be musical, and you can start creating You need to know how to work an algorithm. You don't need, and you can teach an algorithm to create music. You don't have to actually create the music yourself.
No. I'm just going to play a bit of the Velvet Sundown. That's got like almost 2 million clicks on Spotify, and this is their second album. I always find it funny. It's their second album. They're not real, but anyways, this is.
Dust on the wind, boots on the ground, smoke in the sky, no peace found. Rivers run red, the drums roll slow. Tell me, brother, where do we go? Raise your hand, don't look away, sing out loud. Make them pay. March for peace, not for pride. Let that flag turn with the tide.
Yeah, so that's that.
Guitars cry out.
Basically 70s folk rock being revisited. Geez, they even got the drum sound right. My word.
Oh, they got everything right. It's what I find amazing is how they get a vocalist sounding like a real person. Music is easy enough, I think, but to get someone singing and sound good, that blows my mind.
Yeah, it's crazy how good the voices have become, because I mean, you can, it's the spoken voice, you hear it on YouTube all the time. So many of these adverts, you can hear it's got an AI voice. And obviously audiobooks, I'm big into my audiobooks, and I cannot listen. I've tolerated one audiobook that was read by AI.
Okay.
Only one. The AI voice was just tolerable enough, and I found the content of the book to be interesting enough that I put up with it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll grin and bear it.
Push through it.
I'll push through, and I'm glad I did. It was a good book. But yeah, to the fact that they've now got the singing voice right, and these the speaking voice, it's probably going to get to the point where I will be able to listen to a full audiobook and I'll know it's AI and it won't bug me. I'm pretty sure. What's sad for me though is with this kind of stuff, I start feeling for actual human voiceover artists that are going to start losing work. Sure. Because of this. And I actually just this morning, do you remember my friend Ren from the lead singer of 1440? Yeah. Now he's quite a busy voiceover artist. I hear him on the radio all the time.
Oh wow.
Doing voiceover stuff. And I'm going to send him a message and I want to say, dude, is this affecting you? And it probably is. Because these advertising companies are now, we don't have to pay a human being.
Yeah.
We can do this all in-house with ChatGPT.
And we can make it for a lot less money, yeah.
Exactly. So yeah,
but I think I think with the vocals though, it's going to take a while to get that human warmth to it though.
Yes, it's mainly the vocal thing when you listen to the music that where a lot of people can pick up on the fact that it's AI. I actually, like I said, I mean, I got fooled twice by the same band, and I think we should listen to those guys as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And so let's listen. Let's listen to this. So this is a band. Well, band. It's a dude with a laptop. So called The Devil Inside, and they create music that is absolutely 100% up my alley. It's dark country rock, which is awesome. And yeah, these guys fooled me twice. So let's have a listen.
Where the devil plants his seeds, a lone rider in black whispers through ghostly reeds, with a 6-gun in his holster and a Bible in his hand. He's searching for redemption in this cold, forsaken land.
Sounds so real. It's
It
crazy.
does.
Crosses on the hilltops where the moon hides his face. Silver wolves are howling, echoing my disgrace. The church bells toll.
The drums are so like clear drums.
The night's too filled with demons to
Like
keep
everything.
the darkness at bay. Riders of the midnight storm, we wander where the angels mourn. In a land where the shadows flow, we're searching for a heart that's born. Oh, rusty.
You know what? The one thing which I can say is a way of telling if it is AI is by the song lyrics. The cheesier that they are, the more possibility is that it's going to be AI. Because when you actually like read through the lyrics, it's like a lot of it's like very namby-pamby, like you know what I mean? It's like, let's make these words rhyme, and then at least we have a song kind of thing. I think that's going to also be difficult for AI to actually write I mean, look, the words and everything, and like the song structure and everything for them, and it does sound like a full band. I mean, they've like really managed to nail that really well, which is scary actually.
Yeah, I mean, a part of me very begrudgingly admits that's really, really good music.
Yeah,
it's like
I
can't. I have to admit it. It's like it's really good, but the fact that I know that it's not actually real, that it's like I can't bring myself to then actively go and listen to it.
No, for sure.
I think I do remember the first time I heard them, and when I discovered they were AI, I'm kicking myself that they actually fooled me twice. This is just ridiculous. I have to go talk to someone about this, get some counseling. It's quite interesting because, like I said, I can't really pick up like instantly, like, oh, that's AI, But I had the music going. I was cooking dinner one night, and I had YouTube music running, and the algorithm was just feeding me songs. And suddenly this one song came up from this band, Devil Inside. I can't even remember which song it was. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool, eh? But then something didn't sound right. Yeah. And to me, I picked up on it. I was like sitting there cooking. I'm listening to the song. And I'm like, hold on, wait. The only way I can describe it is it basically just sounded too perfect.
Okay.
It was just like something doesn't ring true. And then I did a little bit of a search and went to the comments and like, oh, okay. and then last week the band pops up again. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And I went, wait a second. And I didn't pick up from a listening thing. I thought, I looked at the album cover. I'm like, okay, hold on. Went and did a search. I'm like, oh, it's these guys. Damn it. So there you go. But yeah, I was just from a production point of view, clarity of instruments and everything, you can't fault it.
No.
So
and the one is hard to get with everything. Obviously, is hard to do, but to specifically get the drums, because a lot of music programs and everything like that, they do the drums, but you can hear that it's not real drums. That's the
Yeah.
one thing which I found is very hard to replicate. And
Well-
that song is just, and that snare is, I mean, it's just musically for me, it was really well done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is what's scary about technology is nowadays, you're listening to a song created by a real band, but especially when it comes to drums, there's a very good chance that might be a human drum performance, but the drumming software nowadays is so good that it's very difficult to differentiate from
I have to
live.
say the majority that I've heard, you can still tell it's not drums. It's
Really?
not live drumming. But that's me.
Yeah.
But
I struggle there. I really struggle.
yeah.
But yeah, but at the same time, we're not gonna get away from AI. It's in everything. It's in our phones. It's in our laptops. You do a Google search and it'll come up with an AI answer first, and then it'll give you all the other things. It's something that's part of our lives, whether we like it or not. If you don't want to deal with AI, get rid of your internet connection, get rid of your smartphone, and go live in a cave somewhere, because otherwise. But what I must say though is that it can be a very, very useful tool as well in order to make your work and to increase productivity and to have a better workflow in whatever you're doing. So in that sense, it's incredible, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. But I think the problem is when you start relying on AI for all of your creativity.
That's bad.
Or when kids are using ChatGPT to write school essays and their homework and all that kind of thing, which we've seen quite a bit of, then that's obviously unethical, and you can't be doing that. I mean, I use AI in my recording software to help me with different things. I've got an intuitive drummer, bass player, and keyboard player that I can add into tracks that I've recorded, and I can tell those three musicians to play along, to follow certain things, and it'll do it. I've got a stem splitter in Logic, so I can take a song, I can put it into Logic, and I can use AI to split it into all the different instruments.
Oh, okay.
I can separate the instruments. It's insane. I've tried it. It's revolutionizing my teaching. It's going to be, as a music teacher, it's going to be amazing. So is that unethical? No, it's a tool.
It's clever, yeah.
Yeah, it's really clever.
But
it's
unethical if you created a whole song with them, only them.
exactly. Yeah, and I mean, you saw that video with Rick Beato, and he just generated the song out of nowhere. Just put a couple of things into ChatGPT and just and it generated the song with a fake name, a fake artist name, a photo, everything, and there you go.
Crazy, yeah.
And what's sad is there are a lot of people who, firstly, have got no shame in listening to and paying for music that isn't created by machinery. But there are also just a lot of dumb people who just won't notice. And they're like, oh, that's a cool song, but they just won't care. So, but I don't think I've thought about this though. And I started watching videos about this like quite a while ago, like even last year. Like, is AI going to affect like real artists? And I don't think the real artists really need to worry, because that's the thing about humans, is that we can pick up on whether something's genuine or not. Think about someone like Adele. She's so incredibly genuine in what she does, and that she just does exactly what she wants. She creates the kind of music that is unique to her, And that's when an artist really garners a fan base, because the audience can feel the genuineness. They can pick up on the realness, as a human being. We can this person, we can tell this person's not trying to be anyone else. This person is genuinely who they want to be. And they and bands and artists have said this time and time again. We just make the music that we like. And they're the most successful artists. AI is not going to affect Billie Eilish. She's so unique. Her and her brother make such unique music in such a unique way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Phenomenal. I mean, just listening to Phineas talk about production, I could listen to him talk all day. And he is the sound behind Billie Eilish. She's the face and the voice. He is the creator of that music. And the way he thinks, AI will never be able to do that.
There's a level to it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
Yeah. Same thing with Mike Shinoda. Mike Shinoda, in my opinion, in my opinion, Mike Shinoda is Linkin Park. He is the mastermind behind that band. They still sound like Linkin Park, even though Chester is not part of the band anymore. It's still like you can put on a song like, oh, that's Linkin Park. You can hear it.
Cool.
Why? Because it's Mike. It's Mike's creative vision. So I think where it's going to affect people who do this for a living is people who do a lot of maybe just they make a living from creating very generic music, because AI is very good at creating generic music. And if you're one of those artists who does that for a living, either for libraries or whatever like that, I think there you're going to get affected, because now companies are going to be like, well, why do we have to pay for this? Whatever, we can just create our own music.
Yeah.
So I think those types of library music companies are probably going to feel a pinch. They're going to feel it. They're going to take a hit. But I don't know. You'll see. It's like I said, it's here to stay. It's not going to go anywhere. The technology is going to get better, but the situation probably will get worse.
Yeah.
And then I think it's up to the individual. You are always going to get people who are going to be unethical and they don't care, and they're like, I'm going to milk this, and I don't care about how people feel. But then you are going to get the artists who are going to be like, no, I'm not going to do this. I understand that all of these tools are in the toolbox, but I'm not going to open the toolbox. Or I'm going to use the tools in a way that's going to help me help me to create my music in maybe a more efficient way, or that kind of thing. But I'm not going to sit there and not sacrifice the years I spent learning guitar or whatever. And like with me, if I'm working on a piece of music for a film scene or whatever, that's me sitting there for hours just trying to find one sound that I think is going to work for that little part.
Yeah.
And just yesterday, it took me freaking ages to find the next little line of percussion, and like, what sound is going to work with this? And and was I using AI to a degree? I suppose so. I was using my software to find the sound and manipulate sounds and whatever. But it was still me sitting there, creating that and doing all of that and going, okay, is this, So anyway, I don't know. So we're gonna have to. Yeah, I think it's gonna be up to the individual to decide how they're gonna do this. It's like money. It's gonna be like money. Money you can use for good or you can use it for evil. It's like fire. You can use it to warm your home, or you can use it to burn your neighbor's house down. It's like it just is. And I think that's that's the thing with AI now. It's here. It's here to stay. It's not going away. And So
Well, there we go.
that was
Thank you,
quite
Chris.
the
Thank you, sir.
diatribe. My word.
Very good. Very knowledgeable and all.
Yeah. So I think it's just something that I've listened to a lot, and I'm very I'm quite passionate about learning more of it. I got a quote here now. Another quote.
Let me
A
wrap
guy
it
by
up.
the name of William James. This was I originally heard from Chris Williams' interview with Rick Beato, which is a great interview. William James said, "Originality is just undetected plagiarism." And I thought that's really interesting, because if you think about music, Western music, we have 12 notes. We literally have 12 notes. And everything is influenced by everything else. But still, we are able to find original sounds. You know, a new band will come out with a sound that you've never heard before. Coldplay is a good example. No one sounds like Coldplay. You know, and they were they came in an era where there were so many modern sounds and everything, but they were still able to find a sound that was unique to them. You know, and there will still be more. Look at Billie Eilish and Phineas. Very unique. They're using the same 12 notes, but you can tell when it's Billie Eilish. You know, kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
Is originality plagiarism in some shape or form? I don't know. That's another question. That's a very deep and philosophical.
That
one.
is very deep, yes. Nice
Because
one.
we're, like I said, we're all influenced. We're all influenced by everything, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
So there you go.
It's, as we knock it off, it reminds me of a story that I saw where Red when Oasis did their first live show, like in years or whatever,
Yeah.
when they lost it. It was in Scotland, I think.
Mhm.
They, you know, like bands will bring up, bring up a fan, hey, can you play? And he was going to play, I can't remember the song that it was, you'll probably know it. And he starts playing around with the chords as if he doesn't know what he's doing. And then he breaks off into this chord structure that is the exact same chord structure of Green Day. The Green Day song, I Ride the Lonely Road. Anyways, and he starts to sing. He plays the chords, and the band thinks, oh, he's going to be playing our song for Oasis. The exact same chord structures used for Green Day, and he starts to belt out Green Day until they kick him off the stage. It was very funny. Very
Yes,
funny.
it's Boulevard of Broken Dreams. That's
Yes.
yeah,
Boulevard
they've
of
done
Broken
this. Someone did a mashup. That was the first
Yes.
proper mashup I ever heard. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. But anyways, the point of it was very funny, and I laughed. And thank you very much. We can finish now. We're done. I'll just bring that up.
Cool. Well, engage with us in the comments. Come talk to us about your feelings on AI music, and is it ethical?
Yeah.
Is it unethical? And please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Awesome.